It's gonna be alright.
Hello and welcome to the SusPOD. I'm Alessia, a former member from the Bristol Suspensions, a mixed UK a cappella group. In honour of reaching 10 years, a decade of the Bristol Suspensions, on the 3rd of February, we will be having a big show to celebrate called Sustensions. See what I did there? And it will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary. So keep it in your diaries. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be interviewing somebody from each generation, hearing about their favourite songs, what their experience was like in the group, and also, of course, a little bit of a cappella gossip. So tune in. And without further ado, enjoy the episode. Hiya, this is episode 5 of the SusPOD, and we are welcomed here by Maurice and Naomi from Generation 5 of the group. How are you guys doing? I've not seen you in ages.
It's been a long time.
Hi. Sorry, that was really weird. I haven't seen you in like 3 years. Last time I saw you was before lockdown.
It's insane. I saw you a year ago, actually, though.
Yeah, we met up in Bristol when you came back.
I was about to say. But yeah, 3 years for you and 1 year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So long. Because you've been away on a ski season and just living your life.
Just
in
a
Canada.
2-year ski season.
Ski seasons.
Yeah, ski seasons.
Yeah.
So true.
Yes, I
but
have.
it's so lovely to have you back. And we're so glad that you're on the podcast and also come into 10 year.
Oh my God, I know, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. It's going to be such a good
When I was in Canada, I was like, I don't know, like, I was so obsessed with a cappella, like, what was that about? And then they announced 10 year and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I started listening to like all of the albums again and singing everything again.
Oh my God, we got duet. We're going to sing together.
I know.
Yeah.
I was really happy.
Amazing. So to start off, I wanted to ask you both about like when you first joined Sus, because we all joined in the same year, Gen 5.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes, we
and
did.
just wanted to find out like how you heard about SUSPs, why you auditioned, and like how the first like period was. So Maurice, if you want to start off.
So I first heard about SUSP, I think it was Gen 2. I was at Voice Fest watching, and I remember specifically Rowan and Gemma.
Oh.
They were doing the Everything medley,
Oh my God, that's so
and
good.
I was just like, oh my God, dulcet tones from Rowan Gold.
Madness is taking control.
And then I saw the Gen 4 ICCA video, and then summer of 2018, I transferred to Bristol and auditioned and got in. Yeah.
Amazing. And I think for me personally as well, like similar to you, that Gen 4 ICCA video was what did it for me. I remember watching that and thinking, oh, okay, this is really good. So when it came around to auditions, I wasn't really sure about auditioning at first. And then Stan was like, Stan, who's like such a big bear. He was like, just do it. Like, what have you got to lose? He was like properly my mentor for that. So yeah, so glad that I did it. And what about you, Naomi? How did you hear about it? Because it was your first year, right?
It was my first year at university. Like, I was like fresh out of high school. And I was coming up, my parents were driving me up to Bristol from Somerset. And I was just Googling like music groups at university. And there was the choir, but I had to sight read. I'm not very good at sight singing. I'm good at sight reading, but I can't sight sing that well. So I was like, well, that's out. And then a cappella kind of came up. And I just remember it being like, you can choose one of each type of song. I was like, yeah, I can do that. So it was a bit random. Like, I kind of just fell into it. I didn't really know about it.
You didn't know what you were going in for.
I didn't. I really didn't.
Amazing.
And then they made me dance in the audition.
Oh my God, yeah, we used to do that. We don't do that anymore.
The callback.
They don't
Yeah.
do it. Oh, they should.
They do.
Everybody should be put through that trauma.
Wait.
I won Best Improved Dancer, which is definitely the most backhanded award that you can win.
Yeah, you know what? Come to think of it.
Multiple years.
Yeah, okay. Fair
There are
enough.
some iconic bits though in like some of the choreo where we love your movement.
Oh my God. The Naomi snake arm.
Instant replay, please.
Yes.
Know how to do
Oh
it
my God.
normally.
Yeah.
Everybody said it was like the Harry Potter arm when he,
Oh my
when
God,
he
yeah.
breaks his arm.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. So this year there was like a huge turnover in the group. So there was like, how many newbies were there? I think there were, was it 8?
Like this year, like
Or do
this
you mean Gen
September,
5?
or do you
Gen
mean-
5. Gen 5.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I was like,
half.
Yeah, half the group.
it was the biggest turnover I think they'd had. I want
yeah.
to say at
Yeah,
that time.
Yeah.
That is not correct.
So I think there was about 6 of us left, wasn't there?
Yeah, we lost 10 people.
Yeah, so there was 10 new people.
Because our third years were the people that were in first year when the group started, I think.
Right.
Is that right?
No.
No.
What are you on about?
No.
The third years.
No, but they'd been
the third years
mentored
that
by
were
the
in-
OGs.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they were
Right, yeah.
the last people to be in the group with the original
The
people.
oldies from our gen all started in Gen 3.
Right, yeah, they
Yes.
did.
Yes.
Well, the majority.
That's right.
Yeah.
They did, for sure. And so, like, how was that transition period for you guys? Like, coming in as new people when there was already, like, the standard was already so high and there was already these really incredible, like, singers in the group. How did you feel? Because I remember the first rehearsal, we did Everybody Dance.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I love that song. So many
Same.
people hate it.
No, I like it.
Who hates it?
Yeah, I know.
Name them.
I think
by the
it's because...
Ocean.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
but-
no,
Oh, yeah, but
Cake by the
everybody
Ocean.
hates
Whoever did that,
Don't
it was
love
just
that.
the alto
Damn.
part's quite
What the
long.
hell?
Yeah, it's a bit boring of an alto live, to be fair. Yeah, so, like, how was the first rehearsal for you? Like, not knowing what you'd got yourself in for?
all I remember is really, really carefully choosing my outfit, and I still
Yeah.
ended up with this bright orange top and a cardigan. But I just remember being like quite intimidated because everyone was so close. Like all our oldies were already so
Oh,
close.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they'd been in the group for 3 years together.
And,
so
they
true.
went to America together.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. That was like the
Yeah.
big thing.
Yeah, that is true.
And I just remember being like, I think at first I was just looking for other newbies, like, be my friend.
Yeah.
Because I was too intimidated. But also it was a rough year for auditions as well. I remember like, everyone was just so good. I remember thinking that I didn't
That's
deserve to be in the
true.
group. Like, I was
Oh.
very like, didn't. He's like, I don't relate to that.
Not really.
It was a really strong year, though, and I
it
think
was-
everyone
it
that
was a
came
very
in
strong
was
year.
so amazing. And speaking of the beginnings of the year, I don't think we can go without mentioning the pizza social.
I hadn't even thought about that. Sorry, that was a very strong H.
I still have the videos of you on my phone.
So this was the first. This was the first tradition of the pizza social.
It was the first year it happened,
right?
wasn't
Is it a tradition now?
No, it wasn't.
Now they do it every year.
Yeah.
Does it get as messy?
I don't know, but I don't think
boring.
anyone really knows. I don't think anyone really knows how messy it got.
It was so messy.
But yeah, now it's kind of like
I don't know.
maybe we
I
won't
need to,
share all the
how did it get
details,
messy? Okay.
but it's kind
I
of like our
remember.
initiation
We're
to
not allowed to say
suspensions.
it, right? So we can laugh at it.
It was definitely baptism by fire. But it
Yeah.
was good because after
Yeah.
that we were all so close. Because
Yeah.
it definitely, God, talk about an icebreaker.
Yeah,
That is true.
definitely, and that was quite a big year for people getting close. But we won't go into any more details. This was quite a big year for us ICCA wise. It was definitely like the first time we'd ever competed, and I think the fact that it's the like pitch perfect competition was really daunting. But what was it like for you? Obviously you knew about the ICCAs already, so like what was it like performing in it with SusPs?
It was amazing.
It was great. Yeah. It was, how do I say it? Like, it was just like great. I love that everyone put so much effort into it. I love that we, most importantly, had fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there was not one point, well, I'm sure, I mean, you get tense rehearsals, but there was no point in the journey of competing where we were like, this is not worth it, this is not funny, and we're taking the fun out.
And I think I loved it so much because like it was Lottie and Johnny, I think, were group manager and
Yeah.
MD that year.
yeah.
And they put such an emphasis, I remember this so well, on like after quarters I was like, we're gonna win. And they were like, guys, like it's not about winning. They always said it's about being
Yeah.
the audience's favourite.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
really
yeah,
like
yeah.
the emphasis was so strong that year. And also, on from what Maurice said, it was so fun to perform it because we spent so long on the details of that set.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
From Johnny. Like,
Yeah.
we spent literally hours sat going over the way we pronounce "n."
Yeah.
For,
No, it's so true.
No way.
I remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
so
yeah.
specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do too. I
Yeah.
think it was probably my favorite moment in SusPs in terms of performing was in London at the finals, the drop on Good Goodbye. I just remember like just really I didn't feel like nervous like I was performing. I just remember just feeling like really into it. And I think I just love all 3 songs on that set so much.
Yeah, it's a very good set.
Yeah.
And I think actually for me, I don't know if you guys feel the same, but when we're singing with SusPOD or like a cappella and you're with a group, it's less daunting. Unless you've got a solo, you're thinking about your solo.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my God. Yeah. But when you're with a group, like the nerves just go out the window for me, and it feels a lot more secure because you've got those other like parts to kind of like lean on as well.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
I wouldn't say like nerves go out the window for me, but it's definitely a hell of a lot easier than performing by yourself. Like, and yet, like you said, solo's still super nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But in general, I think it definitely takes the pressure off in a good way.
Yeah, for sure. And I think for me, one of my favourite moments, and like, I think a night that was really special for the whole group was the quarters in Birmingham.
Yeah.
When we performed. We were in the first half, right?
Yeah,
and then
we
we went off, we had a tinny, we had a few drinks, and then to our complete surprise, we won, and they had us back on for an encore.
The encore was so fun. We were all
It was
tipsy.
so much fun. We were all a little bit tipsy, and yeah.
And it was definitely like not musically perfect, that encore, but it was so fun.
It was
I remember
so much fun.
running up and doing No Way, and like the whole audience was like,
Yeah, and like lifted a death. What was?
oh my God.
drop?
No,
Yeah,
it's
like
like is it called a death drop?
I think it's a death. Is it a death drop?
It's called a dip.
A death drop.
called
Or
a
something.
dip.
And then remember, because we had a train back to Bristol that night.
Oh my
We
goodness.
couldn't
Oh
even
my God,
stay.
yeah.
So we had to leg it to Birmingham station.
Yeah.
All of us, like tipsy, get on the train, and then we like just like hung
we sat
out
in
We went to College Green.
yes, College
in
Green.
Bristol.
And then did impressions of each other.
Oh, I do
this?
remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I do.
That was
was
needed
so
though,
fun.
because I feel like up until quarters there was a bit of I don't want to say a divide, but there was chemistry between everyone. But after that, it was kind of like you went into the next rehearsal after that night, and
All felt like a family.
It's like the group finally gelled.
Yeah.
I think so as
Completely.
well. I would
Yeah.
agree. Like that was the moment where it was like from then on, it was like everyone was.
we were a
just
unit
bouncing
rather
off
than
each
like
other.
oldies and
Yeah.
newbies.
Yeah, because it was, I think, at the start a bit like that. But like
Yeah.
you said, like such a huge turnover and people that had been in the group for 2 years together already, it was bound to be like that. I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I think my favourite pictures from that night are the 3 photos of like us all holding hands in a group, and it's like the kind of the shots when our name was being read out, and it's like the 3 pictures. Oh, I love
I was
those.
looking at them on the tube ride over.
They're so
and it's so cute. Like the first moment you see we realise we've won, everyone's face is just it's so
Yeah.
cute.
God,
And he's like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really actually quite adorable.
Literally
so
like
cute.
Glee.
Yeah, completely. That was
Yeah.
so happy.
Yeah, I love it.
Also, do you remember that quarters? That was the one where Dempsey walked on stage a bit.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yes, you're so right. Yeah, it was Dempsey and Emily walked on, and then had to like literally like walk back. Oh, I wonder if we have a clip of
somebody
that.
because
Someone
who was
definitely does.
who was emceeing? Dan was emceeing.
Yeah.
for the night.
Was it Dan?
Yeah, it was Dan.
Oh my God.
So Dempsey and Emily like fully walked on.
Like fully like practicing our
Confidently.
walk as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
He
Do
said
not look down. Just like straight out.
and then like slowly walked backwards because Dan was like said something like not yet.
Yeah.
Like no.
Next up we have the Bristol Suspension.
Instant replay, please.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
It was so funny.
That's so. I love that. Yeah. And then that was a busy year. So we did quarters. Then we went to finals.
Yeah.
What was that like? Like I don't think I'd ever performed live
was
like that.
oh
in
my
Was
god,
it- was
finals
it-
was in London.
New
Was it New
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon? Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever performed on like. Was it a West End stage?
It was a huge stage.
It was off West End. New
Right, okay.
Wimbledon Theatre.
Yeah.
Right.
I think.
But I remember, like, just before we went on stage, everyone was so nervous. Like,
Do you remember we did the circle?
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And we did our little culty circles thing. And it was calmed everyone down.
Oh, it did.
But it was
really
also
did.
like so like sinister sounding because there was
Because
so
we were
much
so nervous.
angst in us. But it also sounded like beautiful.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know what a circle sing is, it's
yeah.
where you just like basically sit down, empty, closes your eyes in a circle, and anything goes. Like you can just make any sound, and it's just like, I don't know, it ends up being really calming somehow. You get all your stress and emotions out, and then, but it does look a little bit culty.
It does
yeah.
look, it does
Very
from
much
the
so.
outside, yeah.
But it kind of is.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But it's a good warm up, definitely,
Yeah.
to get on stage. I remember I literally blacked out for that whole 12 minutes. I don't remember a thing. I'm surprised that you remember the good goodbye drop because
I
I
remember
just black
having
out.
a really good time on that set.
I actually like fully like blacked out. Like I couldn't see during Goodbye because we sped up so much in No Way.
Did we?
And then when it came to Good Goodbye, it was like the really quiet like do.
But it was quick.
And it was quick.
Yeah.
And I remember standing and looking to the stage and then seeing Dan who stood there like trying not to distract me. And then my vision just went black. And I was like,
Oh my god.
I'm about to faint on stage.
Oh, God.
And I almost did. And then
Oh, that was
it was around the drop where I started coming back. I was like, woo, damn.
That's such an intricate arrangement as well. But yeah, and then so after ICCAs, what did we do? We went to
End of your show?
end of year show, which was really nice. It was such a...
Was that 1532?
Yeah.
Yes. We also did 5-year.
Oh my god!
Maroon 5.
Oh my god! How could we can't right? Okay, we
That-
can't get
now
through this episode
that-
without talking about 5-year.
we're trying to promote the 10 year.
Talk
Yeah.
about intimidating.
Oh.
I remember sitting down with all the newbies because this was before the
Yeah,
quarterfinals.
because Gen 4 had already were on stage,
Yeah.
and we went into AR2. The newbies were like,
Freaking
let's just
out.
go in,
I was freaking
have a
out.
fun time.
We were like 4 weeks into the group. or
We'd
something.
only been there for a few weeks.
it was January.
No, it was.
It was
No,
December.
it was earlier
Was it
than
December?
that. Yeah,
I think it was
Yeah, it was
December.
before Christmas holidays. I'm sure.
Yeah.
That is
Not correct.
Yeah.
Because I remember I didn't know any of the oldie, like when I say the earlier generations yet, and they all got up and they were so good, and I was just like, I remember so well sitting with Emily and Oscar, and we were just like,
It was also, they also did a tribute to Ellie.
yeah, that was
Rowan's
really
girlfriend.
touching.
I remember like all of us just like crying in the back row
Yeah.
when they did Just Be. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really special night.
Yeah.
And I think it's so weird now looking back on that, and special for us having joined in that year to have had that in our first year and now be doing it again.
I'm so
for
excited.
10 year. That's absolutely
crazy.
crazy. But yeah, I remember being really nervous before and like chatting to all of you guys and just being like, we're just gonna have a fun time. But then the energy is so huge and everyone was like so excited to see the current gen. And what did we do? Did we do Sanctify? No,
We
wait.
did.
Did we do RCC?
We definitely did Sanctify
No,
because I have a video of
It was,
it.
we only learnt Sanctify that. Did we do Everybody Do It?
I swear we did Sanctify because I have a video
We definitely
of
did
it.
Sanctify.
Yeah.
We only just finished it. It was ropey.
Yeah.
We did Rock DJ.
Oh my god. Did we? Are you sure?
Song.
Or was that?
No, it
Bosworth?
was. No, it was that year because that
Oh,
was.
Bosworth. We forgot about Bosworth.
No,
we did a
pretty
lot
sure.
that year.
We did a lot that year.
Damn.
We did a lot that year.
It was
So
a busy-
Gen
busier year for
5
sure.
year, also known as Maroon 5, lol,
God.
was like a big highlight of that year. But then over the summer, we had a busy summer this year.
We spent so much time together.
We spent a
Too
lot
much,
of time together.
Some would say. It was a lot. It was like a month and a half, I think.
It was a lot of time. So
Yeah.
we went to the Irish a cappella festival
Yeah.
in Dublin.
Yes.
Yes.
But we did like a bit of a tour. We
Went to
started
Belfast.
in
Went to
Belfast. Yeah.
Belfast.
That was so much fun.
Oh
I
my god, it was
loved that.
so much. We played Mafia for the together as a group for the
Yes.
first time.
For the first time.
Yeah.
And Stan joined us.
Yes.
And Stan was there
because
because
Robbie was at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And Stan was there because I remember him and Catherine were playing a game of, I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a board game. And Catherine got a nosebleed because they were fighting over
something jungle.
Jungle Speed.
Yeah.
Jungle Speed.
And it went into Catherine's nose and she got a really bad nosebleed.
remember.
Is it a nosebleed?
Jungle Speed at 2.
That was so much fun. I loved that trip. That was such a lovely trip. And I think especially when we were at Catherine's and we
Yeah.
were all sat outside
With the snake.
with the snake. We were playing with Catherine's
Oh,
snake.
it's not there anymore.
Oh, R.I.P.
No. He got rehomed.
Okay. Hope you're doing well.
Monty. Shout out to Monty.
Hello, welcome to my vlog. This is me and my pal Monty. He is very lovely. Hello.
But yeah, one of my favorite moments was like being in the outside area and like singing to her parents.
No way. Their neighbours must have hated us. It was like
We
10
did No Way,
PM.
but with Gang Gang.
That was another thing that we did. Yeah.
I remember that. That was
So our
Which I
phrase.
don't think is appropriate now.
No,
Probably
maybe not.
Anyway.
We sang in that back garden area.
We sang that whole rap.
Yeah. Yeah, we put on like a bit of a show for like our whole family.
That was also
So
the trip
sweet.
that I was violently ill and Stan had a mini concussion.
Stan did had a.
Why did Stan have a concussion?
Because you know how tall he is. he just like walked full speed into like a ledge
At that.
in
at the
Catherine's
top
house.
floor. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he like threw up. I think.
Oh,
I
God.
might have made that up.
Yeah,
But that was.
this is quite a traumatic year now we think about it.
Yeah.
But this was another early morning
Trauma
flight because
bonding.
we all went out on a night out in Dublin. I remember we all ended up at McDonald's. Went
Oh
on
my
a
God,
night
yeah.
out, and then we had to get a flight at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. So So
I
Dublin.
had a go at you that night.
Did you?
Yeah, in the queue for McDonald's.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know why.
Do you
Oh my
remember?
god, you did.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
We were drunk.
I don't remember why, but I
remember
felt
why.
I was really intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes. So Dublin, I remember we did our performance. So we'd done like rehearsing the day before, and then we were in Dublin. We had a hostel for that night. We did our performance. We've won, which was incredible. We like
International champions.
International champions. Yeah, exactly.
was like
we
5.
rinsed that title for like a good couple of
And it
years.
didn't work.
It didn't.
No, we didn't sell out.
No. Well, there we go. We
only
tried. But so yeah, we did that performance and then went to karaoke with the
remember
other
this.
group.
Oh, yeah.
And then because our flight was so early in the morning, we stayed out all night.
I sung Go
That
Your
was
Own Way
such a
by
bad
Fleetwood Mac
idea.
by myself. I remember it now.
That was such a bad idea.
That was an awful idea.
Because
I
by the
love-
time we got to the airport,
were
everyone was
so
done with
hungover.
each other. I think I remember after we left that club, I did not speak to a single soul. Well, after I yelled at you in McDonald's, I did not speak to a single soul until like after we got back to Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody was the same. I remember
Yeah.
us all just like being so hungover and just blinkers on, like just get to the airport.
Yeah.
I don't remember that flight home. Like, I don't remember
Same.
being in the airport.
I remember the
I remember
bus.
Franny's mom picking us up.
I don't
Right.
remember that. I don't remember any of it.
And it was I kind of loved it.
Yeah.
Karaoke, but it was quite an intense.
I had a very stressful night that night because after the show, I had Sam's cap and I was like wearing it and stuff.
Did you lose it?
No. And then I like gave it to Stan and then we left and then we got to the club and then Sam was like, "Where's my hat?"
The
And I was
cats were a hot commodity.
Oh,
Like,
no. I have one. Take it. I don't want it. And Sam was like, "Where's my cap?" And I was like, "Oh, I give it to Stan." He was like, "Go back and find it."
Oh no.
And I was like,
Okay.
so I ran back to the venue by myself at midnight
No way.
and then had to go find it, couldn't find it, went to the club, was so like sad and distraught. I was like, fuck, like this is very like sentimental for Sam and I've just lost it. So I just like went back to the club, I was like hiding the whole night and stuff and I felt really bad. And then turns out Stan had it the whole time. So it kind of...
Stressful night.
Yeah.
But that was
It was a very long day as well.
It was a long day, yeah, because we
was
been
a long
rehearsing.
weekend.
It was a long weekend.
We rehearsed, we woke up, we had to go busking, and then after that,
Oh, it was a long
we had to go eat, but then we left so late that everyone was so hungry. Catherine started crying because she was so hungry. Because she was anemic. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, bless her. I do
what
remember
the hell?
that.
Everyone was just like...
She thought she was going to pass out.
Yeah.
I
Do
remember.
you remember being in that Mexican restaurant?
I do, I have
Oh,
pictures.
I have pictures.
And then we were just
So
all
funny.
so delirious.
Yeah.
And they were giving us sombreros.
Sombreros.
Something must have been wrong with me because I remember coming late to that. I think I was unwell. I must have been unwell because I remember coming late to that and just being in a really bad mood and doing something I never do and sitting in silence. So that was the trip that I started to be known for couscous and tangerines, though.
Yeah.
I watched that video.
So this year was like a big year for you because there were so many memes of you.
Too many memes.
There was so many memes.
Ireland was one of them. It was just popping in. That was where just popping in.
Yeah, that was that trip.
That was in Dublin.
I remember us just resending it to the group chat, and everyone I've never screamed so much from laughing.
Because it basically, for anyone that hasn't seen it, it was somebody was taking a panorama of the room, and I was walking through a door, and somehow my bottom of my body got cut off, so I just looked like this ghost, like floating into the room, like really weirdly.
And then the couscous video is they were all sat in Catherine's,
God.
Catherine's living room.
What the video was.
Yeah, you had couscous in a bag.
She brought couscous in a Ziploc bag, and then I think it was either you or it was Rachel. I think it was Rachel. Someone was like vlogging it and did a slow-mo pan, and in the slow-mo pan you just see everyone's face, and you see her pull out a bag.
I was telling everybody about my couscous. I think.
She's there like so proud of it, and everyone's face one by one, like the domino effect, just going.
They're like disgusted. Like everybody's like,
good. It's such a good video.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so funny. But yeah, that's definitely a funny moment.
I'm just rewatching the video.
And then so over the summer, then we went to Fringe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we were 2 weeks at Fringe, and that was the first time we'd been to. It was the first time I'd ever been to Fringe. Was it the same for you
It's my
guys?
second time.
it was my first
Right.
time.
Yeah. And so we were all in the big SusP house.
So fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So much fun.
I loved
It
it.
was fun.
How we survive with that many people in a house.
I had my own room, so I was chilling.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah, you did. I was very jealous.
You did.
I was sharing with Fanny and Emily.
Everyone, I didn't ask for it. People gave it to me.
It's because he snores. So everybody was like, we'll
Also,
put
I
you in
didn't
your
snore
own
that
room.
trip, but
It worked out for you though.
yeah, I did. I loved it.
Yeah. And so at the end of Fringe, we have a massive party and we have like all the a cappella groups, and then we climb Arthur's Seat. Like, what do you remember, if any, of that night?
I remember making beans on toast in the middle of the night with someone calling me Rupert from, calling me a northern goddess. Because I made
Love that.
a fry
Rupert
up in
from
the middle.
Semitone.
Semitone.
Yeah. Shout out.
I remember me and Elle being the last two people up, and then me and Elle like stopped at like the first peak. And mind you, at this point, I didn't know Elle that much. And she was like crying to me about boy problems, and I was there like, oh babe. And then we both joined everyone on the peak, and then. And then we went home and then brought all of the mattresses into the living room and watched films all day.
Okay, and so to finish up for the last couple of questions, very quick fire. What are your favourite songs from Gen 5?
Ooh.
It's a good question.
My favorite. Can you? I don't know.
Well, because we had the album, we had Testament that came out.
Oh yeah, true.
So that was our ICCA set. No way.
I can't choose between our ICCA set songs. I loved all three of them so much. But I literally can't choose.
My favorite to perform was Sanctify. My favorite to listen to and watch was Move.
I loved Move.
Oh yeah.
No, but what was the one that you did with Franny?
No, that was. Oh, I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. I did enjoy that. That was my first solo, and I did. It was it was right at the end of the year.
That's
and I did
such a good
that.
one.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite song?
I think probably to perform, Good Goodbye. I think.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And No Way. I loved performing No Way.
Yeah, No Way is so much fun. Really fun.
Yeah.
And then, so finally, just to finish off, thank you so much for being part of the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
What are you most excited for 10 year?
I'm so excited to perform with people again. I've like been off in Canada for 2 years. I've not really been doing much musical stuff, and I am so excited just to perform with people. Like, I'm beyond excited.
I'm the same. I think I'm more excited to hear how people's voices have improved.
Definitely.
Because like you can't get worse.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree
Right.
though. Like I think when I listen back to recordings from then, I think I sound better now for sure.
Yeah. And like also curious to see how quick we pick it up.
Yeah.
Choreo's gonna take
Yeah,
a hot
after like
minute.
5 years of not doing it, like going straight back into
all my
choreo and
comments
stuff.
on the is there anything you're worried about was yes, please not too much choreo. Yes, please.
But Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us
thanks for
today.
having us.
And thank you for listening. And we'll see you at the next episode. Bye. See you.
Bye. Why did I just do that?
Yeah.